Post Falls man faces up to a year in jail and a $1,000 fine for calling 911 12 times. His emergency? He thought a bar overcharged him. KXY4's Allie Norton working for you tonight. She finds out what was happening on the other end of that line.
Some of us have been there before, dreading the receipt from a night of drinking. But one man took it too far. According to the Post Falls police report, Philip Poisner had been kicked out of Club Tequila. His tab still open.
According to the officers, he'd been intoxicated. So they gave him a ride home, and shortly after he got a ride home, we started receiving these 911 calls from him.
12 calls in all. The first was an unusual request. He wanted officers back at his house so they could discuss his bar tab.
He was demanding that the place he was kicked out of didn't overcharge him for him being down there.
7 minutes later, he called again, this time asking when the officer would be there. Then called back 2 more times and hung up.
We were responding to a prowler call, and while we're on the prowler call, he's calling 911, making sure he's not overcharged.
Along with the hang-ups, Poisner also put the phone up to the radio. Dispatchers listened to 3 songs. The last time he called, he managed to tell dispatchers that they were just like his ex-wife. All this over a bar tab.
We tracked down the receipts from last night's shenanigans, and the good news is there's only about a $30 tab. The bad news, that citation for misusing 911 is probably going to cost a little bit more.
Well, the consequences can be a $1,000 fine and can also be a year in jail or both.
Moral of the story, paying your tab and behaving properly probably going to cost you less at the end of the night. In Post Falls, I'm Allie Norton, KXLY4 News.